My brother called me before I went to prison, and he said, listen, there's a guy at the prison you need to stay far away from. He was the actual boss of the Gambino family, and he was in on 18 murders. One day I'm sitting in my cell, just reading the newspaper, and I see like motion in my peripheral vision. I turn and look, and it was this guy that we used to call Stupid Tony. He says, the boss wants to see you, let's go. I said, he wants to see me? Like, I really tried hard to stay under his radar. Let's go. I was like, oh my God. We go to his room. There are a dozen people jammed into this room. The boss is sitting like this in a chair. So I go, Mr. Boss, did you want to see me? He goes, sit down. You the CIA guy? And I said, yes. You write a book? And I said, I did. Your book do good? I said, I did very well, actually. I made number 5 on the New York Times bestsellers list. He goes, you're going to write my book. And I said, oh, is that what this is about? He goes, I'm going to tell you stories and you're going to write my book. I said, okay, let's think about this for a second. Books of this genre usually are written by rats. They spend the first half of the book talking about all the cool things they've done, and they spend the second half of the book trying to justify turning rat. And I said, you are definitely not a rat, and you probably shouldn't talk about the cool things that you've done. Everybody turns and looks at it. And he goes like this. Hadn't thought of that. Never mind. But then I was invited to every Italian dinner, every party, every event. I'm sitting at the table with them. We're exercising in the yard together. And once word got around, the CIA guys with the Italians, it was hands off. And I'll tell you one other thing about that. They say you don't go to prison to make friends. I made lifelong, lasting friends with these Italians. I just had dinner with 2 of them a week ago. These were truly great guys to whom honor really means something.